You mentioned that your stomach is huge, and that may just be a perception because your doctor said your uterus is measuring spot on, but you're wondering if that means that you'll deliver sooner rather than later. So you probably noticed that at each appointment, your doctor measures your fundal height. This is the amount of space from your pubic bone to the top of your uterus, and it should match your gestational age in centimeters. So if you're like 37 weeks, then you should measure about 37 centimeters. However, all women carry their babies slightly differently too. Like shorter women may carry their babies out farther because there's nowhere for the baby to go except for out. Taller women may measure like a week or two behind because the baby has more room to spread out. So if the doctor actually feels like there's a problem, they'll send you for an ultrasound to see if it's the actual size of the baby or maybe the amount of fluid surrounding the baby that's affecting the size of your belly. Like in the case of having an abnormally large uterus, maybe there's a normal sized baby, but there's a lot of fluid surrounding them, and that's making your stomach extra big. And in the case of your uterus being extra big, like with polyhydramnios, that's what it's called when you have a lot of extra fluid, or like with twins or something, your uterus kind of gets the message that it's done too soon. It's like the turkey timer pops, and those women have issues with preterm labor. But there are also plenty of women who feel like their stomachs are extra big, there's not actually an underlying problem, and they go to full term. Ideally, it's best to go to 39 weeks because that's when a baby will do best. That's when outcomes are best. Even though 37 is full term, a lot of growing and maturing happens between 37 and 39 weeks. So really, at the end of the day, there's no way for me to predict if you're going to have issues with preterm labor or delivery or go into labor sooner than you did with your other children. I suggest talking with your doctor, and based on their knowledge of your circumstances, they'll be able to give you advice about it and determine if you're at risk for complications. If you have more questions for me in the future, feel free to ask them on our Facebook page at facebook.com/Intermountain Moms, and recommend us to your friends and family too.